So here we are live on Instagram right now, and we're popping up on Facebook Live as well. Hey everybody, how you doing? This is yours truly, Mike Marino, bringing it to you live from my mother's basement. Special episode today. We're actually in Florida. This is called Vero Beach, Florida, if I have that correct. And I'm bringing it to you live with one of my special guests today on the show, LAPD retired police officer, Art Grenci. We're going to talk about Art Grenci and his plaques that are on the wall behind him. You can see him right over here. There he is. He looks a lot better in this situation over here. And we're going to talk about what's going on, where I've been, and what we got in the whole can, and this, that, and the other thing. I know there's a lot of people going to write in and been wondering where have I been for the past couple of weeks. But I've been out on tour. And thank you so much, everybody, for coming to all the shows that we've been doing around the country, because it's been sold out no matter where we go, no matter what we do, and we're having a lot of fun. And there is actually a military man writing into the show right there. That's Byron Taylor from the United States Marine Corps, and I know him from Los Angeles and San Diego. There's Phyllis Ciceri, who's actually here in Florida, and I don't know exactly where, but she's going to tell us. And if you remember Phyllis Ciceri, it's Vince Ciceri's wife, who works with Art Grenci at the Feast of San Gennaro in Los Angeles some time ago. So there you see Phyllis is writing into the show, and over here you see a lot of people who are writing into the show that I haven't seen. What about me, hun, Mike? Well, thank you very much, the blonde Don. How are you? I just left my avails for Gotham Comedy Club in New York City. What's going on, blonde Don? It's nice to see you. I'm here with LAPD retired police officer Art Grenci. Now, the blonde Don is an incredible entertainer. She's in New York City. She's a lot of fun. She's great, and she's a big fan, and I'm glad that she's writing into the show right now, and I'm so glad that you're watching. And over here, Bert Fox, who's a great guy out of Los Angeles as well. Okay. So I came out to Florida because I'm doing shows this week. I'm actually starting tomorrow night, Wednesday, February 27th, through March 2nd at Vasani's Comedy Club in Port Charlotte, Florida. So if you guys are out there watching and you wanted to come to the show in Port Charlotte, Florida, please go to MikeMarino.net, subscribe, and get yourself some tickets to the show. Quite some time ago, ladies and gentlemen, I started doing big charity fundraisers for LAPD, CHP, NYPD, and you name it. I just kept on going. Originally, I was doing charities when Art Grenci was actually working at LAPD, and we raised some money, but then something really bad happened in New York City, and then we started raising money for 9/11. All right, I just want to get back to Byron Taylor. Great seeing you. The officer with you for his service, he's saying thank you. That's Art Grenci.
His service.
He's thanking you for you.
Mention that.
That's right. That's a Marine right there. You need to make your way to Vegas. Well, I'll be back in Vegas again soon. Hi, Lauren. How you doing? I also did a lot of military tours with the Marine Corps, the Navy, the Air Force, and, of course, the Army. And I met Byron Taylor a long time ago when I did a charity in Miramar in San Diego. And then we went in out on tour and started going out to the hot zone that they call it, or the point of the spear, and started doing charities and fundraisers and just morale boosters for the enlisted men and women. Here's Kelly Gallagher. Hey, Kelly, how you doing? Thank you so much for writing to the show. Rosemary Beltry, it's always nice to see you. I want to talk about this gentleman behind me right now. We also have another gentleman in the room. We're going to see if we can't get him on camera as well. I only got 22 minutes to do this broadcast, and I noticed you can go really, really fast. Bert Fox, you know I love you, and I'm going to see you when I get back to New Jersey. Just Steph, I hope we get out to Boston. See how fast everybody's writing into the show? Yeah. It gets kind of out of control. When you coming back to Jersey Shore? Well, I'm getting a letter here. May 25, I will be at the Count Basie in Red Bank, New Jersey. Thank you so much for asking that question. And I thank you so much, everybody, for writing in so fast, okay? We're in Florida right now. Of course, I'm on tour, but a lot of people retire down to Florida, as you know, because the weather is beautiful. And the gentleman behind me, we got to start talking about him right now because he's been so instrumental in my life. He helped me do a lot of different performances throughout the United States, especially New York, New Jersey, and Los Angeles. And so let's say hello to Art Grenci, everybody. And I know everybody's applauding from around the country right now as they're watching it on the show. And right now we just got some letters from Boston and, of course, Saudi Arabia. We just asked how Frankie is at dinner. This is Rosemary Compatelli. This is Frankie's daughter.
Oh, hey, sweetie. How are you? Haven't seen you in such a long time.
Rosemary, we were just out to dinner at a nice Italian restaurant, of course. And Art says, how's Frankie Compatelli?
Yeah, that's right.
So tell everybody she's saying hello to Art, Rosemary, and there's Rosemary over here. Oh, she's on both channels, I guess. Hey, guys. Hey, Rosemary. How are you? Katrina, how are you? Jack Lee Panic, nice to see you. How you two doing tonight? See? Nice to see your face, Art. It's Rosemary. Hey, we're talking about the feast. You see, we're going to get off track now, but really quick, Rosemary, I don't know if you noticed or not, but we did lose one of the greats who was part of the Feast of San Gennaro in Los Angeles back in the day. Hats off to Frank Tenaglia, who we lost about a week ago, and also we lost, who was the singer with, Vinnie Vella. Yeah, Vinnie Vella used to come to the feast, and it's just kind of hard knowing that we're growing up and everybody's getting older and things are changing and some people are leaving our lives. And Marie Thompson, hi, Mike. This is Marie. I just met you in Italy. You were great. Ha! This lady,
wow.
I just met her at the restaurant.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
How did that happen that fast?
That's quick. She's an Elvis fan.
Hey, Mary, how are you? It's nice to see you. Isn't that something?
Yeah.
How fast that happened. We were just at a restaurant here in Florida called Italy, and the food was fantastic. Nice, homemade, old school type place. They made all the food fresh, and we were there with Art and some friends, and the friends are here, and we're going to get them on the show as well. You need to come to North End Feast in Boston. Hey, Greg, how you doing? See how fast people write into the show?
Yeah.
I didn't hear sad news. Yeah, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but we did lose a singer, a tenor from Philadelphia. He was about 52 years old, if I'm correct, and his name was Frank Tenaglia. Also, we lost the accordion player. His name is going to escape me, but he's no longer with us too. But we're saying prayers for them, and we're here, and we're going to bring some good news and some good joy to the show right now. When 9/11 happened in New York City, the saddest day in the world, the police officers got together in Los Angeles and did some fundraisers, and I was lucky enough to be part of that. And I was part of that because I knew this man behind me, Art Grenci, who is a famous face amongst people at LAPD, and he's going to tell us about that now, because not only did I get to be part of it, but we did it again here in Florida and a few others in New Jersey and New York, raising millions of dollars, should I say millions of dollars, for families who lost loved ones due to the incident that happened in 9/11. So take it away, Art. Tell us about it.
Hi, my name's Art Grenci, retired LAPD. I started out in Jersey, Union County Jail, then DOC, the jails, the state prison in Jersey, and Union County Sheriff. Went out to LAPD real quick. 9/11 happened. They sent 3 of us out there, Fred Treddy, Todd Cataldi, and myself. Went out to 9/11. We did a lot of work for the guys that came back. Had a fundraiser for the Port Authority Police. You know, kudos to them. They lost 37 coppers in that. And I say coppers in a respectful way. That's what we use in our in our speech with LAPD. And so it came back. We had a fundraiser at our police academy, and Mike came in there and just took over as the comedian. And that first night, had 2 weeks to do this. As I was telling Nick over here, Nick Milley, NYPD president of the 1013 Club here in Brevard County. 2 weeks, we raised $26,000. After that, this is Nick Milley, our president, retired over 30 years from NYPD. 40 years.
40 years on the force.
Yeah, so.
The room right now is filled with cops, trust me. These two are on camera. There's about 6 in the other in the room over there. But go ahead, Art.
So Mike came and he did a bang-up job, really helped us. We got real close. My cousin Doug DeLuca, who introduced me to Mike and got everything rolling. Then I left, retired LAPD, came out here to Florida. He can't afford LA on a police pension. So I came out here. We had 2 events that Mike came to and helped us with 9/11, raising money to make this beautiful plaque over here. I don't know if I can show this plaque.
Yes.
Can you see that? This beautiful plaque, and there's a lot of our sponsors in there. So we made this plaque in remembrance, and Mike just does a great job. He's always there for us, always for the police, always for all the first responders. And I want to thank all the first responders there. Everybody, police, fire, paramedics, doctors, nurses. You guys are first responders too. Don't forget that. So we love you guys. We can't do it without all of us. And all you people watching are all part of it, because we do it for you and you guys do it for us. So this is what it's all about, is just loving each other and just doing a lot of good things.
So recapping, I'm here in Florida, and this is Art's house where he came down to retire. And I decided to do the broadcast live from his house because if you could look behind us, there's awards, plaques, memorabilia, and pictures of Art Grenci in the line of duty wherever he had been in his life, from when he first was with the infantry.
No,
what was it?
Combat engineers.
Combat engineers.
82nd Airborne.
All right. And then from the military, he went on to the police department, and he's done a lot of great things, and now he deserves to be where he is. He's retired. He's hanging out with me, having a lot of fun. We wanted to put him on the show. I wanted to put him on the show so we could talk about his memoirs, his medals, his memorabilia, and how we know each other and how we've been doing what we're doing. So you see a lot of people writing in, calling you a true hero. Thank you for your service. Thank you for what you do. And again, there is Sergeant Major Byron Taylor from the United States Marine Corps writing into the show. And I'm so glad that he's watching right now, because he's one of the biggest reasons why I started entertaining and bringing some joy into the lives of the military men down in Miramar, San Diego, which was really, really great back in the day when I did it. Corrado, thank you so much. I appreciate you saying that. And I do plan on coming back to the Poconos. And a lot of people who are writing into the show right now, please and thank you. Just go to MikeMarino.net and you will find out when I'm performing in your area. So now I happen to be a member of the 1013 Club here in Florida. The 1013 Club is man down, correct?
Yes.
All right. So why don't we get that information on what it's like to be part of the 1013 Club, and maybe how you can join and what you have to know by talking to the president of the 1013 Club. Here's Nick. Tell us, Nick.
Thank you, Mike, and thank you, Art. Mike Marino was a fantastic individual. He helped us at a convention, and Mike appeared, and absolutely we and Art, we got an awful lot of money for our foundation, for scholarships for young people. And if it wasn't for Mike, we would have never had all this money that we had in the foundation. I want to thank Mike, and I want to thank Art, because Art Grenci is a heck of an individual who got sponsors for us. And the 1013 clubs are for retired, and not only New York City retirees, NYPD, but also associate members, and that is retirees from everywhere in the country, any police department in the country, and we welcome them. And we're on the websites, on the national website, and also our club is on a regular website for our club.
And what is
the websites are Brevard County, it's bc1013club.org, and the national website is ny1013amer.org. Thank you, Mike.
All right, so there you have it, folks. If you want to be part of, or if you want to know more about the 1013 Club, which is Man Down, I am a part of it, and I'd like to tell you people about it and how you can get interested and involved in it as well. You just got to go to the website that Nick just talked about and help us out. Come to a fundraiser, have some fun, learn more about what it's like to be a police officer or know a police officer, or become a retired police officer. Right now we're getting some letters from Kelly. How are you, Kelly? Look at what Kelly's saying. How do we donate to the cause? Isn't that nice? Vince, you remember Vinny Manfra from the Feast of San Gennaro? This is Art Grenci. You guys probably remember each other. And there is Becky Knickerbocker. Thank you so much, Nikki. She appreciates the police officers and the firefighters. Isn't this fantastic? Now, check this out, guys. We're going to show you something that not many people have. Everybody watch. You're about to see some things that people will never get to see. I don't even know how to describe whether we're proud to have it, uncomfortable the fact that we have it, or the memorabilia is just something that it's good people out there know that we actually possess to remind us of one of the worst tragedies to ever hit the United States in the history of the world, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so Art, if you would, tell us what this is.
This is a piece of limestone from after the Pentagon was attacked. I went over there, tried to get in the Pentagon. They wouldn't let me in. The LAPD badge normally gets me in anywhere. My union sent me over there, actually to LAPRAC, and the guy at the desk wouldn't let me in. But I had my airborne tattoo. He had wings on. And Sergeant Major, which is a real high rank, I'm telling you, that's a big honor. That's the hero right there, Sergeant Major Brian there. But anyway, so I got in there, and we have 8 memorials throughout the country that I helped build that have steel and stone from the Pentagon. A lot of places just have stone or just steel. If you go on the Facebook, it's We Remember 9/11. And you'll see where we have it. Most of them are in California because that's where I was at and stationed. I got one at Valley Forge Military College, one in Union, New Jersey at the fire department, and then several throughout Caldwell. Volunteer Fire Department has both steel and stone. So we did a lot. We got the steel I got because I worked at 9/11. They knew what I was doing with the steel. So I have pieces. This steel we take on 9/11.
This one, then we're going to bring up the steel. So this one's actually a piece of the Pentagon, ladies and gentlemen. It's here in this house, and Art got it. And we got this because we were doing what we were doing to help people and families and victims of the horror of 9/11. So this is the one that we got here. Like I said, not that many people actually have this. Right now you see that Jackie Panic is writing because her son is going through the academy to become a police officer. And Alex is saying how awesome the show is. Dante, it's nice to see you. We'll see you this week over at the club. And Becky Knickerbocker, I thank you so much. And thank you, because yes, we are wearing the Mike Marino Make America Italian Again t-shirts and sportswear that anybody can get at mikemarino.net. Okay? And King Boris, it's nice to see you. I lived in Elizabeth for 28 years. Well, he's from Union, I'm from Scotch Plains, so it's nice to see you. And we're waving to everybody out there. I have seen one in Union. Right, okay. How you guys doing? It's nice to see everybody. It's nice to see everybody. And here we go with another piece of memorabilia from 9/11.
From the steel from Tower 1.
Okay.
The steel I got was from Tower 1. Like I said, I got about 8 memorials out there. The deal was when I gave the steel to Steel and Stone to the people in Memorial, it was they would do it in a respectful way. Port Authority would be mentioned in there, and my name will not go on any memorial because it wasn't about me, it was us. I didn't get this steel. I didn't get this stone. Yeah, you guys did. It was because of you guys and Mike. That's how we got it, because of the respect and the love that and the camaraderie that we all had after this. So this is nothing about me. It's about us. We all did this. So if you go on there, you'll see that they're done very nicely. A lot of these memorials. One is in New Hampshire. It's a traveling memorial that John Fisher, Major John Fisher, who I worked for at 9/11, also with Vinny Pastore and the crew from The Sopranos. They all were there, and they worked for me under my direction to go visit everybody and bring up morale.
Remember, never forget, never forget, never forget. And right now we're getting a New Yorker who's saying he's from Maine. Much love. It's nice to see you. Much love to you. Shulis, Real Pete Coppola, it's nice to see you. And what's up, cuz? It's nice to see everybody. Thank you so much for writing in, everybody. Thank you so much for sending in all the hearts and the shade and the thumbs up. I'm glad you guys are enjoying today's show. I thought it would be something special for you guys to meet a true American hero, Art Grenci, and of course, Nick. Who doesn't take any credit. Nick Mealy. Nick Mealy. He just kind of just sits there and says, no big deal. It's no big deal. But it is a big deal. And Nick is the president, again, of the 1013 Club, man down.
I'm no hero. A sergeant major, that takes a lot to become a sergeant major. I got out of the 82nd Airborne at E4. And the sergeant major, again, sir, thank you. And they're the heroes. You're the hero. You people are the heroes, not me. I'm just the gopher here for you guys.
Art actually has some other pieces from 9/11. One of the pieces is like an iron grate or girder, but it's too heavy to actually pick up and put on the show. And Shulis, thank you so much for saying what you're saying. We're reading fan mail that's coming in on Instagram. And thank you so much. We've got a lot of people in Canada writing into the show. Rosemary, thank you so much. And thank you for saying to Art, thank you for your service. And also thank you for your service too, Nick. Nick, he's a man of short words. You don't mess with a guy like that. He was also in the Navy, right? So, folks, we came down to Florida because we got a lot of shows that we're doing down here, a lot of big performances, and I'm happy and honored that I get to be part of all of that. Going to be making a lot of people happy. There are still tickets available at Fasani's Comedy Club in Port Charlotte. I start on February 27, which is tomorrow night. 5 shows until March 3rd. So all you got to do is go to MikeMarino.net and subscribe. So why don't we have everybody subscribe to my channel right now, because I can see it when it pops up. I'm watching you. MikeMarino.net, subscribe. You could also follow me on YouTube at Mike Marino Live, Twitter at Mike Marino Live, here on Instagram and here on Facebook. We're also now going to be live every Thursday night at 8 o'clock on ddvradio.com out of New Jersey. So if you're in New York, if you're in New Jersey, if you're on the East Coast, even here in Florida, just go to www.ddvradio.com and listen to the Mike Marino Live from my mother's basement show. You can also listen to me whenever you want on www.theitalianamericanradioshow.com. ItalianAmericanRadioshow.com. And guess where else you can listen to me? That's right, iCloud and iTunes. We're moving on up. Let's see if somebody has a question, Art or Nick. Hold on one second. Let's see. Anybody have a question? And don't forget, folks, I've been doing a lot of shows throughout the United States and Canada. We're headed to Europe this year. Becky, who actually wrote into the show one day and said, Mike, I can't afford tickets for that particular night. And I said, not a problem. Give me a call. And she did. And tickets were waiting for her and her friends at the door, complimentary from Mike Marino. And I don't mind doing that. I enjoy doing that. If you ever not, maybe some people are having a hard week, a hard month. You don't have the money you wish you had. Not a problem. Get in touch with me. And how do you get in touch with me? Not only do you subscribe to my channel, MikeMarino.net, but 323-883-1607. That's right. You can call me. I'm not nuts. It's not my cell phone number. It's a service, but I call you back. 323-883-1607. Right now we're getting a special email here on Instagram from Real Pete Coppola. Much appreciation, men and women overseas and back home do not get enough praise and respect that they earn. So thank you, gentlemen. Great work. Vice President of SJYR, Peter Coppola. Anybody know what those abbreviations are for? SJYR. Hey, Pete, tell us what the abbreviation's for, and we'll shout that out on the radio show. But I really appreciate that. You're a great guy, and I appreciate you watching the show, chiming in and saying something so thoughtful. I appreciate that, because sometimes we don't show the appreciation for men and women who are in the armed forces, or men and women who are part of the police departments, fire departments, and so on and so forth. South Jersey, Young Republicans. Well, hello. Oh, South Jersey Young Republicans. That was the abbreviation. SJYR. We love that, baby. Did you see that? It's great, man. We're part of the mafia. Make America forever Italian again. Gotcha. I will never forget, I walked through it trying to get home to Staten Island from Midtown. He's got me tearing up over here. Oh, wow, that's Corrado Canarella. Okay, do you see this? See what he's writing over here? See, we're getting older. We got to squint.
I can't
okay?
see it squinting.
Corrado Canarella, I thank you so much for writing into the show right now. He just said, I will never forget walking through it to get back to Staten Island from Midtown. He's got me tearing up. And see how he wrote the word use, because he knows we appreciate that. Got you covered, baby. Art, you are so nice. Thank you for your work and help with people, saying thanks to you. Jackie Panic, never forget, lost co-workers, our 2 planes. That's right. Jackie Panic is a airline, I don't want to say the stewardess, what is it now? No, an airline flight attendant.
There you go.
Jackie is a flight attendant. I am the youngest person in the state of New Jersey to run for office. I will be our first Italian president. Well, I've been running for president too for 7 years. Figured out how it went. But you know what? Real Pete Coppola, inbox me. Write me in a private message. I want to talk to you, because I want you to watch my web series, Make America Italian Again, which is all about me and my friends running for the power of the White House. So go to MikeMarino.net, log into my YouTube channel, Make America Italian Again, and watch the TV series. Sandra Quackenbush, it's nice to see you. Corrado, God bless you too. See all these letters that are people writing in? Told you, it comes in
And my
fast.
cousin Wayne Russo died in 9/11.
Oh.
In the Twin Towers too. I just wanted to throw him a shout out, him and his family. So I understand what you're going through with the other young lady said.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of New York, New Jersey people watching the show right now, Connecticut, everybody in the tri-state area who so long ago ran for their lives to get out of a situation that never should have took place. And that's how I came up with certain shows that I do, publicize how bad it was and what happened. So, well, we're going to get going, because we've been broadcasting for our 22-minute special, Kelly Gallagher, Make America Italian Again. Thank you so much, Kelly. Here's Bonnie Forbes. She's a big-time producer out in Los Angeles. Bonnie, we miss you. Thank you so much for watching the show. We were just doing a big show out in Los Angeles, California. Now I'm on tour in Florida, on to New Jersey, from Jersey back to California, and on and on and on. So I'm always going to have great guests on my show. Keep on watching Mike Marino live from my mother's basement, because you never know who's going to drop by. Wait a minute. You send in an Italian overseas, no questions asked, and all your problems are solved. I already watch it. I love when they imitate me. That's very nice, man. You can say many things. Go ahead, Art.
My brothers from Valley Forge Military Academy in college. If you guys are in the Port Charlotte area, come. I'm going to be there on Friday with Mike. I'm driving out there. It's about a 3-hour drive, but it's worth the show. I'm going to meet up with some of my other friends from Newark, New Jersey. So any of my brothers from the 82nd Airborne, come on out there. Bill Hanna. We served together. I know he lives out there. I got to give him a shout out. But anyway, again, God bless all you guys. And like I said, if it wasn't for you, there wouldn't be us. So you guys are in the Sergeant Major, man. That's impressive. That is a hard thing, because that's like a general. Better than.
We got friends in powerful places.
Yeah, you do.
All right, this wall is filled with his collection of memorabilia and the honors and the plaques and the awards. But there's another room in this house, and it's loaded with stuff that we ain't going to talk about on this show. But you don't want to come into this area unless you bring an apple pie. You understand? There better be some macaroni and meatballs in your packages.
Show me
Hey,
a picture.
there's a celebrity just wrote into the show right there. There is Gary Pastore from the hit TV show The Deuce on HBO. That's right. You know Gary? He's on the TV show Deuce.
Oh, wow.
Hey Gary, here's your fan over here. Nick. We're in Florida, buddy. We're trying to make things happen. And power to the movie that just won Best Picture, Green Book, written by an Italian fella from New Jersey. That's right, Nick Bellalonga. So, hey, Nick, if you're watching this show by any chance, congratulations from me, comedian Mike Marino, and our friends out here, Nick, and of course, Art Grenci, police officers through and through. All right, well, listen, I'm glad everybody had a good time watching today's show. This has been a great, great broadcast. Nikki, what's good? He said, what's good? Sure.
About the 1013 Club, it's a club where we meet, we raise money if an officer or sheriff deputy's son or daughter or family is sick, or if they get sick, we go out there and we raise money for them. And it just doesn't have to be law enforcement or any first responder. We find out that there's a child that's sick, we get together, we pass the hat, we'll have fundraisers. 1013 does a lot of good besides the scholarships. And it's a good tight group. NYPD, I love LAPD, but NYPD invented the brotherhood, the tightness that they're there for each other 100%. I just love being back home out here in the East Coast. So I just wanted to say that they're a good group.
Well, speaking of back home, here's Jim Mulcahy, one of my big sponsors throughout 2017, 2018. If you're on the East Coast, let's say you're in the tri-state area, maybe eventually in Florida, and you need to buy a house, I want you to go to RE/MAX Integrity Advantage, especially in the tri-state area, and look up Jim Mulcahy at www.sellwithmulcahy.com. You listening to me? Are you looking to buy a house? Are you looking to rent a house? You want to kick somebody out of your house? Listen to me. I want you to go to RE/MAX Integrity Advantage of Berkeley Heights and call our sponsor, Jim Mulcahy, at www.sellwithmulcahy.com. You understand? If anybody out there wants to sponsor Mike Marino live on tour, we're picking up all our new sponsors for 2019, which is going to go through the roof. We got a lot of big concerts that we're doing around the United States and Canada, folks. Seriously, go to MikeMarino.net. Look, here comes another show, Corrado Canella, Nick and Art. Sunday gravy or Sunday sauce? Here comes the fight. Here comes the fight.
Yeah, you're right, yeah. We were just talking about that in Italy.
But listen, I always said gravy, and my mother's from Italy. Oh, no. Can't answer the phone. Well, what did you call it, Nick? Art?
Gravy.
And Nick?
Sauce.
Nick said sauce.
I think the New York guys say sauce, the Jersey guys say gravy.
We're going to end the show on that note. We're all going to go in the kitchen and start fighting. Ladies and gentlemen, I got to get going. My name is Mike Marino. I want to thank everybody so much for watching this show. Again, www.mikemarino.net. Remember, let's make America Italian again. Remember, you don't know nothing. You didn't see nothing. You don't say nothing. That's right. And how do I end every single one of my broadcasts by saying the same thing? Don't take no shit from nobody.
God bless you guys.
Bye, everybody.
God bless you.
Bye.
That's a good crew. I got to sing. Yeah.
Hey folks, I hope you're enjoying watching my podcast live from my mother's basement. We're having a lot of fun, and I'm going to have a lot of great guests on the show in the future. So if you like it, hit like. You could also leave a comment. You could subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch other funny videos. And you could also listen to my podcast on your favorite podcast app like Spotify and iTunes.